episode 32 of Anime and Us Other. I'm TJ.
And I'm Shawn.
And this is Review Shit I Reviews anime, movies, kind of, I don't know, whatever the intro to this one is.
Alright guys, so this episode, Dragon Ball Z, the last minute of the galaxy, exclamation point, a super incredible guy, known in the rest of the world as Dragon Ball Z Bojack Unbound. Came out, release date, this was a movie. It has a box office.
Oh.
Maybe it could still be considered a TV special? I'm not really sure how that works, but it has a box office number. So it made $20 million cash American. But 1993, it came out July 10th.
So it was released in theaters then, at least in Japan. So, yeah, that's interesting. I mean, this was one of the later movies, so I'm sure it was getting to the point of Dragon Ball Z hype and stuff like that, so.
So, before we get into this at all, did you get the same intro video that I got? Because I watched it on YouTube. For some reason, our website wasn't working for me. Like the opening video? Like, there was a couple minutes of whatever the show, and then there was, like, music, and, like,
it was
American?
a weird...
Okay. It felt very, 90s.
Just this preface what he's talking about here, it's the Dragon Ball Z intro.
Yeah. But this wasn't the normal one.
No, it was different. It was weird music and stuff.
It felt like a 90s...
Because it kept saying Dragon Ball Z over and over again. Wasn't that it? Was it that one?
Oh, I gotta hit pause real quick and go to YouTube. There we go. We're back. We went and watched the clip that I watched real quick on YouTube.
Yeah, so what I was watching was there's an introductory move thing in the Bardock one that just repeats Dragon Ball Z over and over again.
I don't even remember that. I barely watched the Bardock one, to be fair. But this one I watched a little more closely because I remember Gohan in it at the end. So I was like, all right, like I remember that. Like I want to watch this one a little bit more. Anyway, the intro must have been made during the GT era because Super Saiyan 4 is in it, Omega Shenron. But there's like the music and the lyrics specifically are super weird. It's like, yes, fight stronger, let's defend peacefulness, and I'm just making words up, but it's got this weird 90s era Karate Kid type
you know what's
feel.
Weird? It's in English.
It's in English too. Yeah, well, that's the thing, because from what I think, I might be talking about my ass a little bit, but I know for a fact all the movies Akira Toriyama didn't direct. He might have had a hand in creating some art, but he didn't have a hand in creating the story.
I would have figured that...
I believe Funimation or one of the other studios somewhere.
The American ones?
Yeah, created it and then dubbed it for Japan.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Because,
so, I don't know. It was just dumb.
Normally, when we get stuff from the anime, it's dubbed, but the music's never dubbed.
Mm-hmm.
So, closed out the other...
Yeah, that's fine.
Just so you know. Anyway, go ahead. Premise,
so, post-Cell, Goku's dead. For some reason, Trunks went back to his timeline in the future, defeated 17 and 18, and Cell. You know, they didn't mention that part, so maybe he didn't defeat Cell yet. And then came back. Mm-hmm. And he's just hanging out, because there's a martial arts tournament coming up. Yeah. And aliens from other planets are coming to, like, be the boss fights, apparently, for the tournament. So, like, you know, it's a tournament, so hundreds of people are there, they all fight, and then, obviously, the Z-Warriors are the only ones left. Mr. Satan... he's there, but he's in like a box seat watching. So is he supposed to be like a boss level as well?
He is. Yeah, he can fight the champion when it's all done.
That's what I was assuming it was, but I couldn't remember. So the Z Fighters are there. They all fight. They obviously win, and then they go up against the aliens.
So this whole tournament is being held by this rich guy.
Yeah, do you remember his name?
No.
Oh, it's like Rich Man or Deep Pockets. It's something.
Yes.
His name deals with being rich. I forget what it was.
And so they import aliens from other planets. Didn't they just create this technology to get to space and stuff? Yeah,
Space Capsule Corp. Yes, the only it's a movie. It's not canon. Yeah, no. But yeah, Capsule Corp is the only company that has that kind of tech.
I just thought it was weird. Now all of a sudden, everything's galactic, and they're bringing aliens and stuff from. Normally, the aliens come to Earth, and
then they're freaking out. Oh my god, aliens are real! Yeah, like, that's a thing that happens in TBC every time.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was just very strange. But I liked the whole tournament thing.
Yeah, that was cool. The fight scenes were decent. I like Future Trunks. I like this version of him. Mm-hmm. Confident, strong, sort of. But in this movie, he's not supposed to win, so he doesn't win.
Yeah, of course not. But yeah, so, I don't know. Tournaments are just an easy way to get people into things. I guess that's why anime keeps going back to it, because it just works.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I don't tell you.
Especially when you get brackets and stuff, you can see the different people. And I mean, obviously it's scripted and you know who's going to win, but it's still...
That's still fun. There's just something to it.
Yeah. But this is like a carnival tournament. Because there's...
Well, the tournament itself is for rich guy's son. Yeah. It's his birthday.
But it's like a carnival tournament. Like each round has different like ways and stuff.
There's like the elimination round, and then once you get past that, the 4 or 5 people that are left
have to get in like
rocket ships,
roller coasters
to go to their destination to fight one of the aliens,
which looks like different dimensions and stuff.
But then those aliens aren't there, and it's just Bojack's henchmen.
Yeah, I guess Bojack henchmen just show up and kill them. So.
Well, yeah, off screen. Who knows?
I don't know.
But yeah, Bojack henchmen are there. I believe they defeat everybody, and then Gohan shows up. And
no, Gohan, he's one of the finalists.
Yeah, but like he shows up and defeats their people eventually.
Well, it's kind of goes in 2 phases. Like Gohan's getting beat up, and then like Yamcha and Tien show up, and like, what are you 2 doing here? You're not gonna do nothing. And then immediately they get beat up, and then then Trunks and stuff show up. And then Vegeta shows up out of nowhere. Piccolo comes in for a save, like he always does. Mm-hmm. How this plays out.
No, my son.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I was really into it in the beginning. I kind of faded out when it turned back into a Dragon Ball Z movie.
Yeah, weirdly, kind of the same.
Yeah.
Once Gohan's part took over, even though that's what I wanted to watch, it was like, okay. Where's my phone?
And for some reason, the whole tournament thing was fun, and like just seeing the different ways. Like they had a bunch of guys in a battle royal, and it was like tipping the islands and stuff. Mm-hmm. It was very creative, and then probably should have just stuck with that.
Gohan or Krillin's there trying to win money, clearly because 18 wants him to make money. Chi-Chi's there. Oh god.
I was just gonna bring up Hercule.
Good.
And how he's in the box seat watching it, and as soon as he sees the Z Warriors,
that was funny.
He's like, I gotta go.
They win, and he's like, oh, again? Like, what's happening? Why are they here?
And then he spends the rest of the movie trying to get off the island.
Chi-Chi's there, Bulma with young Trunks, and Bulma's like asking Chi-Chi, like, wow, I can't believe you're letting Gohan participate. And she's like, well, he's been studying and everything, which sets it up as Gohan wants to fight, because he's bored or whatever, and that's never been the case. He's never wanted to fight, so it doesn't really fit Gohan's narrative.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really.
Because even in Z, after Cell, he stops fighting.
But I thought,
and then even after Boo, he stops fighting. He always stops fighting until something happens.
I also thought I heard Chi-Chi mention something about, with Goku dead, there's no one...
sure. No, money. I'm sure it was money related as well. Even if she didn't have that line.
No, I don't know why she just doesn't say, hey, Bulma, give me some money.
No, Bulma's a terrible friend, that's why. Piccolo has to live out in the mountains. Tien and Chaozu are living in the Arctic always.
No, but...
Krillin has to become a goddamn cop. Like, come on. You're literally the richest person on the planet.
Yeah, I know, but...
Help your friends out.
I don't think...
Why do they have to ask?
I never thought of it like that.
Goku's a farmer, for sake. He's dumb as a box of bricks, and he's a farmer.
I always took it as, they're all just like, we're not taking your money. Leave us alone.
No, she's stingy. She's a bit of a cunt. I like Bulma. I like her character, but she is a bit of a cunt.
Actually, I don't believe that, because she took Vegeta in... And
because she wanted his Saiyan dick. Come on, now she couldn't have Goku.
And all the Namex and stuff like that when they were straining.
Okay, look, people are multifaceted. Okay, Hitler wasn't all evil as well.
Okay,
I'm joking. That was trying to have a Kanye moment there. Obviously Hitler was all evil. My point is, though, is that separate from Hitler, is that people typically aren't all evil or all good. She did a couple good things, but throughout Dragon Ball, throughout Z, she's a giant bitch.
But see, from my perspective, and she is, don't get me wrong, but from my perspective, like, she's been supporting Yamcha since he was...
That's because in between, before Saiyan Dick, she had Yamcha. After Saiyan Dick, and in between Saiyan Dick, when he goes off trying to become a Super Saiyan for 6 months at a time, she needs Dick. That's all it is.
I'm just saying, I always took it as the Z Warriors were too proud to take
Goku's not too proud.
Goku's an idiot, though. It's not that he was too proud, he was just like, he didn't see nothing wrong with his
situation. Not too. Chi-Chi is a proud person, but she'd take the money. She's also but
she doesn't need to take the money because Ox King's rich.
No, he's ran out of money a long time ago. It's a canon in the show, I just forget where.
Yeah, well, anyway, whatever the case, I just never took it that way. And Piccolo, I don't think Piccolo wants to live with Bulma. I think he likes living that way.
No, but she could didn't give him a hut somewhere, to get out of the rain.
See, Piccolo is always lurking somewhere, waiting for Gohan to get the trouble.
He can't be held down in a house.
Yeah, exactly. He can't be held down. He's got to be able to move from place to place. And Tien just wants to be left alone with Chaozu.
Okay, no, but that's fine. My point is, she could still build them a house out in the Arctic for them to live in and sleep in, and then they can go outside and train. I'm not saying they have to live near Bulma.
Look, like you said, Bulma is kind of a bitch.
She's a bitch,
but maybe they never asked her.
My point is, they shouldn't have to ask. If I was the richest person on the planet, my close friends that I've been close friends with since I was 12 wouldn't have to ask.
I mean,
the people, my close friends that have saved the Earth countless times, wouldn't have to ask.
I don't know. Like maybe she offered and they said no,
but she didn't. Mechanically, it didn't happen.
I mean, and to be fair,
they'd have to show that for that to be a thing.
And to be fair, they're all friends with Master Roshi, and he sexually assaulted her 4 times.
Okay, well, I'm not saying she gives Master Roshi money. Okay, he doesn't need it. He lives forever.
He's got his own island. It's okay.
Yeah, and he's got his own island that's literally portable. I forget how or why or when, but he can move it around. I know that.
Anyway, Roshi's taking in Krillin and stuff like that. They all live there, don't they?
Oh, yeah, 18, yeah. I get, maybe that's why she wants them to make money, 18, because that way they can get their own house.
Get away from them.
Was Marin in this, their little girl? Marin?
Not in this.
Right? Okay, so she wasn't born yet.
She wasn't, that's when Krillin has hair.
Well, in Super he doesn't, Super he has hair. In Boo he doesn't, he's bald. But he,
is he?
Yeah, she's giving him crap for it, but money-wise. Because they go to the tournament and he's bald.
I thought he was still, I thought he had hair.
I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm fairly certain that hair was a Super thing, but I might be wrong.
No, I'm pretty sure it's in Boo, because I never saw Super.
I might be wrong.
I never saw Super, and that's how I know about the hair.
I think maybe he had it, and then they go to the tournament, and he shaves it for the tournament. I can't remember. So I don't think he was rocking it inside the tournament.
I think he was.
Oh, like I said, I could be wrong. Who cares?
I mean, neither one of us have seen Boo in years, so... Mm. But
okay, back to Bojack. On the box art, Goku is dead with his halo, and he's firing off a Kamehameha. Mm-hmm. Bait doesn't do that in the show.
Yeah, no.
But he does participate.
And he still manages to steal the win at the end, too. Even dead.
He instant transmissions in, punches Bojack in the face, and gives Gohan a pep talk to go Super Saiyan.
You can just instant transmission into alive?
Well, I mean, it's a movie. And even in the movie, what's his name? King Kai is like, Goku, you're breaking 10 kinds of f***ing rules. What are you doing?
And doesn't get in trouble for it, does he?
Well, not in the movie.
I mean...
Ideally, he could potentially somehow get in trouble. Who knows?
Sure he will.
Who knows?
He's probably got rewarded and say, hey, that was a good job there.
Yeah, probably. Alright, guys. Gohan defeats Bojack, goes Super Saiyan 2, punches him, puts a fist through his gut, and somehow Bojack still tries to fight.
Does Gohan kill all the henchmen in this?
I think so.
I think he kills all the henchmen. They really want to push Gohan in this one. Yeah. Because they don't let anyone else get a win in this one.
Oh, one small thing. Super Saiyan 2 is by far best on Gohan. Because on Gohan, it's really illustrated in this movie, but it's also a thing in Z. So in Super Saiyan 2 for Gohan, against Cell, he goes from having regular short Super Saiyan hair, to when he goes 2, it gets really long. Not Super Saiyan 3 long, mind you, but still much longer. Mm-hmm. It happens clearly in this one because he has much shorter hair. And then when he goes Super Saiyan 2, it goes back to his Cell fight long hair.
Right.
But for whatever reason, when Goku and Vegeta go Super Saiyan 2, their hair doesn't get any longer.
It just looks the same.
It looks slightly different. It's a little bit more spaced out sometimes. Nah. Sometimes. Literally sometimes. And then they get the lightning crackle. But Super Saiyan 2 is by far better on Gohan.
It's just another. Once they get to 3 and stuff, it's just another form that they could just rush.
Once Boo happens, the Boo saga happens, it's just another form. Because even when Gohan goes Super Saiyan 2, it doesn't change.
Yeah.
Anyway, next.
No, we didn't even rate the movie or anything.
The fight scenes are a little better than the previous one. I'd give it a 5. It feels middle of the road. I like. That first half was better, right?
Yeah,
maybe a 6 or a 7.
I was thinking a 6.
Yeah,
I was thinking it's a little better than some of the ones that we've been watching lately.
That feels right.
And it's just nice to not have Goku throughout the entire goddamn thing, even though he's in it a lot. Mm-hmm. But he's not there. He's not a part of the main plot. He's just watching the tournament. He could have actually cut his.
He was barely in the other one, but that one sucked.
Well,
sorry.
I mean, but even when he was there, he was crying and being annoying. Oh my god. But Yeah, I mean, he's just there to watch the tournament. You could have cut his entire section out and it wouldn't have made a difference.
It would have been better without it, actually.
Yeah,
because Gohan would have gotten the win on his own.
But yeah, I think it's a 6.
Yeah, it's a solid 6.
Although they say Bojack was trapped within King Kai's planet, and when Goku blew up with Cell, it released.
That what that was?
Yeah,
I remember that.
That's what they said. So
that's so dumb.
They even make a joke about it in The Abridged. Anytime they're on King Kai's planet.
Oh, that's funny.
So
I don't remember that. Oh, I gotta watch Abridged again.
Hey, yeah. So I just always found it amusing that he's been trapped inside King Kai's planet and somehow survived being exploded when Cell comes and got out. So, and he exists in the afterworld apparently, and he's supposed to be this super strong thing that they need to see on the planet or something.
Well, it makes sense because he's past the level of Super Saiyan, but not Super Saiyan 2. So before Super Saiyans, right? Because clearly he would have been sealed before then. He would have been the strongest thing.
So he was stronger than Frieza.
Yeah, he had to been.
So I wonder if he was existed at the same time with Frieza, or...
Well, I don't think Frieza often went into his 4th form, or 3rd form, or whatever. So, I don't think that his power was really well known.
Okay.
But who knows? He could have been around 1,000 years before Frieza. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if the Kais had to imprison him on the planet, so...
Alright, guys.
Yep, we're done with this one.
Do we know what the next episode is, or just figure it out when it airs?
The next episode, we're going back to the wheel, and we're going to be covering L, so...
Alright, guys. See you later for L.
Bye.